My name is Jenn Gotzon, and I play Julie Romanoff. Wow, I haven't even said that name in a gazillion years. It was my first acting job on a feature film as the lead character that I've ever done in my life. I sent an information out to be cast, and it was all done online. And I went in for an audition, and I got offered the role. Well, let's just say I had no idea about anything about filmmaking. I just came out of school, a 2-year conservatory out of New York City, so I knew how to act. At least I tried to know how to act, and I'm still learning how to act. But showing up when we were filming, Mr. James Ngyuen required me to bring all my clothing. He didn't have a budget, so he said, go to Macy's, buy clothing, and return the clothing. So in all the shots, if you look close, you'll actually see tags attached to every dress. And thank God for Macy's return policy. Okay, we would show up, and we did not have a person to hold sound. We didn't have a sound guy. So he would drive, and he would employ someone at our local store called Home Depot, where you would see a lot of people standing outside Home Depot trying to get day work to work in construction. So most of them didn't speak any English. So James would pull up in his tiny little movie head Beetle, is what he called it. It was a tiny little blue Beetle car, and it had movie head on the side of it. And he would pull in and he would bark at them. Come! And they would come in the car. And they would hold the boom mic, which is the microphone that records sound. Lovely people, but never did it in their day in their life. So let's talk about shooting. We show up on set. Now, set wasn't any set. It was beautiful locations inside San Francisco. And so I remember going to the Legion of Honor. You're supposed to get permits. No, not James. He says, we're shooting wedding video. As we're walking in, he is barking at the guests who are going into Legion of Honor, that are paying guests, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. And he was barking at them, and it was hilarious because they were there visiting. And he said, I'm shooting a wedding video. Well, we're shooting a movie. Oh my goodness. And then what else was hilarious? Oh, poor Justin Kunkel, who played the lead actor. It's very difficult to cry on cue. So James got impatient, and he bought onions, literally onions. And he said, I'm going to stick them in your eye. And coming from a school where that was something we learned how to do, I said, this is ridiculous. So I stepped Justin aside, and I took him through an emotional preparation. So he was full on emotional in an organic way. Big trust. Justin was amazing to work with. And James Ngyuen really had some nuances that made it fun and memorable. And I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to work with James in Julie and Jack. It was a true gift and a great learning experience. And so those are some stories behind the scenes of Julie and Jack from Julie Romanoff.